All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And juke this time. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But look now at the lineup defensively for Chicago. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Here we go now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And caught left side, Olsen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. He's to the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are in for 6.
A lot of times when you take a tight end in later rounds, you're doing it with a little bit of hope, some potential. But not so with this guy. They believe he can really make an impact in the red zone, and he definitely makes good on that faith right there.
Now the try here for the point after. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
Now Ryan on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken at the 3. Spinning away. And a second spin. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way. as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Floyd. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Throwing again. Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jensen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Set, 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. This time a spin, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Let's go. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Lions on third down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be third and 5.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Set. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I can kind of hear our sponsors saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikes seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. The Jets locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Pierce. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
right, here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. 3-19.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go now.
To throw is Ryan. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Set. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. If they're going to take it in for another touchdown like they did on their last drive, they're going to have to do it the hard way, starting at the 1.
And boy, is that a difficult position. Obviously, where they are on the field, they have to be careful with the football. But at the same time, they can't be so careful that they can't run their offense as well. Everyone's got to lock in this situation. No mistakes.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3.
And they'll go on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Now let's go. Blue.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Hill. And now running right through it. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cummings. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Green 39! Green!
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Set. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The dangerous Hill now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do because defensively you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker cover him, cornerback cover him, safety covering him. Always has the advantage, usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Pierce. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Now Ryan on second down. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still second down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man is Hill. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And Olsen over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
On second down, here's Ryan. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue, land it.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Time for a break. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
To throw again, Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Ryan, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
And he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And we've got
Green,
movement.
39.
I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing again, Ryan. Throw left side, complete. It's Ferguson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. One last shot for Ryan. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Detroit, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.